Foul Play in Funland is amazing. This is the eighth episode of the first season of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? So far, rewatching the series, this is my favourite episode for a few reasons, and one where I also remembered a few little things, mostly the Ferris wheel and the cotton candy. They kind of triggered very faint memories of this episode. And the reason this is amazing for several reasons is because, first of all, I just love seeing fairgrounds in animation. I just think they look so fun. But also because I actually have a big fear of fairground rides that are not turned on. And this, I don't know where the fear came from. Maybe it came from this episode. But this really kind of plays into that. And it works so well for me personally. And it's a really good narrative. So the gang are visiting, they come across this fairground, Funland, and the fairground seems to be operating on its own. It seems to be coming to life. And then there's this peculiar, weird, robotic type man wandering around, and they try and catch up with him, but then he's not there, and it's all very mysterious. And it's so fun. The design of the fairground I absolutely loved. Sometimes it's working by itself and we have all of these gorgeous twinkly lights and beautiful colours and it's stunning. Sometimes nothing is turned on and it's dark and scary, and it really plays into my fear of fairground rides and arcade things that are not turned on. I don't know why I'm terrified of them. I always have been. As I said, maybe it's down to this episode because I do remember bits of this, so I've definitely seen it before. And the weird robotic character I thought was pretty creepy, pretty interesting. The way he moved around was quite disturbing, and it worked very well, very, very atmospheric. I did not work out what was going on. I'll talk more about that with a spoiler warning in a moment. But generally, I really thoroughly enjoyed this. It's my kind of story, my kind of narrative. The animation was absolutely fantastic, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The animation, when I say it's fantastic, I mean it's gorgeous. There were some bits that were quite amusing, such as the gang were standing at the Ferris wheel, and then one of the Ferris wheel cart comes up in front of them, but it was very clearly just them putting one animation slide on top of the other. It was a little rough around the edges, but given the age of it, I think we can excuse that. But ultimately, I thought it was visually very fun, a lot of fun colours and lights, and I just loved the design of Funland. Definitely spoke to me a lot. I will say that I didn't love the reveal of what was going on. I didn't find it to be the most exciting explanation, but I didn't work it out. So I guess I'll discuss that in a tiny bit more detail with a spoiler warning. So spoilers from now. I have nothing else to say about this other than I loved it. So we find out that this robot was actually designed basically to replace human workers, and it malfunctioned. And I love that message. I love the message that you can't replace human workers with robots because terrible things might happen. But I did feel like because it wasn't villainous, because there wasn't an evil aspect, it wasn't somebody trying to, cause damage or problems, it was a little bit of a letdown. I was wanting a juicy excuse for what was going on, and it just wasn't the case. But I didn't mind it too much. For me, this episode was definitely more about the journey than the destination, but all things considered, I really liked it. And so far, Foul Play in Funland is absolutely my favourite episode.